record store was basically born on the beef. I was doing some yard selling, looking for records, of course, because I've been collecting for about 20 years. And I had also made homemade beef jerky just as a hobby. So I was passing by, stopped at this guy's yard sale, not knowing him, and ended up, by the end of the yard sale, I bought some records from him because he bought storage units and he had records out there. So I shared some of my beef jerky with him. He loved it, you know, took my name down, said, next time you make a batch, I want to buy some. So long story short, we talked, and I was just in the process of thinking about opening a record store myself. So I had lost my job. So we talked about it, and I started there on mission. That same day we talked, and we had a business meeting, what, a couple days later?
Yeah.
And we decided to go for it. We started in a little small room in the back of his thrift store, which lasted all of about maybe 2-3 months. Something went wrong with the lease over there. And I said, we gotta be on Euclid, you know. So we opened here, and ever since it's been, you know, just a little bit.
Now.
Yeah, a year in March. So
what about the record mission? How'd you get the name?
Oh, well, right when I told him we should open a little record store here, I told him I already know the name, The Record Mission. We're on Mission. We're on Mission Avenue, so let's just call it The Record Mission. Then I wanted to think of a different way to merchandise the records instead of the typical record display bins you see everywhere at a particle board or whatever. So I thought Mission, church pews, I wonder how that would work. So we looked for them for a little while. We couldn't find any that were not less than $250 a piece. So took like 2 or 3 weeks, and when it was getting close to me having to open, and I looked on Craigslist after, believe it or not getting religious on you, but I actually said the little prayer before. Then I went on Craigslist, 21 free church pews, yeah, in El Centro. That same day we drove all the way to practically the border of Mexico and picked up 21 church pews in a U-Haul. When you first walk in, you will see our black and yellow 6-lit candy machine, orange, sorry. You'll see our mission doors right here that were originally at the very first one. We had a kid come in, Memo, and he actually drew this on these doors for us to look like mission doors. But so we brought these, we mounted them here, and then we just have some music art over here, some turntables right here, that's what plays the music. All the house records are back there. And then we have our church pews that start on this side. We have our new arrivals right there, close, so that, you know, easy access for me when I'm getting new stuff. I can clean it, price it, and put it right there. We have our wall records, which tend to be the little more on the rare side and better condition. And we start with, we have our rock section over there on the left. And in the back, we have a dollar section where we sell 2 records for $1, 50-cent record. In the back, we have our 45s that we sell for $1 each. Over there, we have our jazz section. Then we have our soul and R&B section, and we have soundtracks on that side. We have Latin music and world music, reggae, little pop, and some hip hop. Some old hi-fi equipment in the front. You should have seen the store before. It was like low ceiling, just you know, your typical 9-foot ceilings.
We were tearing down the walls. We looked up, we seen that thing. We're like, we got to keep this incorporated into the look, like a retro kind of look, and so that was pretty neat. Somebody might have been high on shrooms while they painted that.
I guess you could say our mission is also to give back, you know. Last year we did a little food drive, a record mission food drive. We had people bring in canned goods, and we put together, you know, a couple hundred food, like, what do you call them, care packages. And then we took them to...
paired up with the Salvation Army.
Yeah, paired up with the Salvation Army down here off of Euclid.
We're gonna make an annual deal event to try to raise some funds.
Absolutely.
Since we've been here, we've met a lot of homeless people,
right,
or guys that are maybe down on their luck that are actual, maybe old band members. They used to rock with certain guys, and we know some guys that probably were famous at one point who, you know, they took the wrong way in life or hit a road of bad luck, but these guys are actually got stories to tell. So we have a few of them come in and we talk to them and hear some pretty cool stories. So maybe our chance to kind of give back to some of these guys and help them out. And, you know.
The funny thing is that no matter how down and out somebody is that comes through this door, homeless people all the time, they might even be mentally unstable. You know, when they come in and they see right away that they're treated, you know, just like anybody else, the minute they get to the music and they start seeing records, it's like their problems just go away. They start to remember their childhood, they start to remember good times. Oh, I had this record. They start talking to me, and you know, and then the ice breaks, and they're just like anybody else. You know, they're not a homeless person, or they're not a mentally ill, you know, angry person or anything like that. They're just normal people, man. I think music makes people normal. You know, it makes them feel like they're normal, like everybody else, and you don't feel different. So the minute they walk out, then it's back out into that cold, you know, cruel, judgmental world, you know. So, but yeah, it's been a really, I guess, fulfilling experience in more than one way. Just the music itself, to me, you know, learning and discovering more about music is a big reward for me, but also helping the people is also really rewarding, you know.